our 12th series of We Are the Champions. We've come to Stone in Staffordshire, where sadly it's raining, but we're used to that in Champions, and our cheers will throw off the rain clouds. We're at Woodlands School, where we held the finals last year, and they've made us very welcome to come back. Now, during this series, we'll be going to Exeter in Devon, Carrickfergus in Northern Ireland, Newtown in Wales, Livingston in Scotland, and our finals will be in Wilmslow in Cheshire. And then we've got our special for those disabled youngsters. That's coming to us from Luton. So all in all, we've got a marvellous series, and the rules are just the same in that no one's specially selected to take part in Champions. And at the end of the day, we proved that they're all champions. Well, our teams are raring to go. Our first team have come from Wem in Shropshire. Let's meet them. And they are Caroline Yap, Melanie Evanson, Sharon Creeber, Martin Chater, Carl Wilcox, and Andrew Sadler. Now, they are wearing blue T-shirts with a white horizontal stripe, and they're the team from Woodlands School, Wem. And now the team from Derbyshire: Julie Annable, Vicky Robinson, Angela Slack, Graham Taylor, Gavin McAndrew, and Gary Cunningham. Now, they're wearing red T-shirts with a black diagonal stripe, and they're the team from Woodlands School in Derby. And now the home team from Stone: Shelley Barnes, Anne-Marie Gibson, Joanne Sheldon, Keith Gretz, Andrew Shelley, and Martin Bown. And they're wearing plain yellow T-shirts, and they're the team from two schools. It's Walton Primary and Christchurch School in Stone. Well, our supporters are clearly in very good voice. Now, we always have a guest celebrity who acts as our referee and starter, and it isn't often we can call on a world champion from the town that we're actually in. Stone here in Staffordshire has a world champion. He's the king of whitewater, an individual world champion and a team world champion. Will you welcome Richard Fox? Nice to see you. Master canoeist, there you are. And you must get a great sense of pride at being a team champion and an individual world champion, Richard.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate, and the team, of course, depends on another two paddlers as well. So each time I've won the team, it's reflected the strength of British canoeing, not just me. So.
And this area of Stone has been very good to you.
Yeah, it's surprising, really. You wouldn't think that we, had a good centre for canoeing, but the river here is quite good for training. We've got a good club, and lots of the top paddlers train here too.
It's a tough sport. Do you think you can handle a tough bunch of kids today?
Well, I don't know. There's some pretty mean characters here. I think we'll get on okay then.
Okay, starter and referee.
Right.
We start at that end, if you wouldn't mind getting us all ready. Got your whistle ready?
Yeah, it's right here.
Good, okay.
Okay.
We're all ready to start. Our teams are hovering and waiting to go, and it's an old favourite from We Are the Champions that we start with. It's called Chain Chase.
Right, on your marks, get set.
Away they go. Keith Gretz, Martin Chater, Gavin McAndrew. No problem there. Oh, and the new inflatable hasn't stopped them. And the Reds are on their way. That's Martin Chater and Sharon Grieber. They've got to keep holding hands and keep forming up. The yellows have gone off. That's Keith Gretz and Anne-Marie Gibson. But the Reds, with a big smile on their face, look at this. Andrew Sadler has joined Sharon Grieber and Martin Chater. And the Reds are doing well for Woodlands School Derby. And their supporters are delighted. Oh, and poor Sharon is being dragged around. But nonetheless, Carl Wilcox hanging on, waiting as Melanie Evanson joins. They're allowed to separate on the middle of the inflatable. The blues are coming up for Wem, and then the yellows of Stone. But the Reds are away. Derby looking good. 4 of their chain complete. Here's Carl Wilcox joining them. Zigzag. 1 through, 2 through. The yellows chasing the other way. Shelley Barnes has joined up with Andrew Shelley, Anne-Marie Gibson and Keith Gretz. Now look at the Reds. They're allowed to do that. They stop at the bottom, join up their chain. Oh, dear me. Sharon Grieber is really getting knocked about. But Caroline Yap, the last of the Reds, is on. Come on, come on, come on, they're saying. And the Blues are catching. Vicky Robinson has joined Gary Cunningham, and the Blues are in second at the moment. That's the Blues of Wem, and they're just behind, but the Reds look as though they're going to make it. Chain join. The Reds are there, Derby are there, and Blues are there for Wem. And poor old Christchurch coming up in the rear. Through they go, join up again. Shelley Barnes, Martin Bown, and through they go. Oh, Keith Gretz over and up again. So here we go with the first points on the board. Stone have 50, Wem have 75, but taking an early lead with 100 points, it is Derby. All ready for our second game, which is a mixture of basketball and rugby, and it's called Dribble and Drop.
On your marks, get set.
And away they go, picking up the rugby ball, then dribbling it. That's Andrew, Gavin and Martin. Now they have to bounce the basketball before passing it on, and Wem have got a good start. Martin Chater to Sharon Grieber. Now, can the girls dribble the rugby ball? And they are doing well. The Reds of Woodlands School Derby are in second, but the Blues are away. Andrew Sadler. Now, can he dribble? He can. The Reds are up. Julie Annabel, Gary Cunningham, but this is Andrew. He's away for Adams School Wem. And Melanie Evanson has got quite a good lead at the moment. Quite a good lead. The team that finishes first are the team that get that rugby ball into the basketball net at this end. They've got two more competitors to go. Here's Carl Wilcox, and he'll hand to Caroline Yap. The Reds, Angela Slack hands to Graham Taylor. Graham on his way. There he is, coming down the middle in red. Oh, that's slippery, that bench. Carl Wilcox nearly lost it, but Caroline Yap is on her way. She almost lost it. Graham Taylor's had a good run. Last one for the Reds as well. That's Vicky Robinson. Vicky Robinson chasing Caroline Yap. Caroline, oh, she hasn't got it in. The last of the Reds. Oh, they've both thrown very high. This is very close. Oh, the Blues have got it. Blues have got it. Can the Reds get it in? That's the Reds. It's Wem, Derby and Stone.
Okay, now scores after the second race. We've got Stone in third place with 100 points, and tying for first with 175 points, Derby and Wem.
Now, I am with the Stone supporters who are cheering their heads off, even though we're in third place. We're not downhearted, are we?
No.
It means, in fact, we've got to win the rest of the games, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're going to thrash them all in the rest of the matches and win overall.
Okay. Now, when I tell you that the next game has never been seen in Champions before, and it requires initiative and intelligence rather than speed and strength, then Stone are even more confident of winning, aren't they?
Yeah!
Let me tell you about the game. Out there are two white lines which represent a river. There are blocks in the middle which represent islands. Now, the team have to get down and ford that river, and they have to take valuable cargo with them. They've got a plank, and they've got some other pieces of apparatus, and none of those pieces of apparatus, all the members of the team, must touch the river because it's crocodile infested. Now, if they get over with the plank, they've got to work it all out. All the people that get over and all the pieces of apparatus that get over, they get points for. They get bonus points, especially if they do it quickly. But for everything that touches the ground, including the members of the team, they lose points. It really is a test of initiative, and we're calling the game, of course, Fording the River.
On your marks, get set.
Well, we're all fascinated by this to see how they're going to resolve this problem. Christchurch School and Walton Priory School combined for Stone on the left. Now, what are they going to do? Balance this plank. They've got to get it across to the island. Yes, the Reds. Now, that's they're across to the island. That's good. Now, can they get some of their props across? Yes, they can. And the Reds of Woodlands School Derby are nicely sorted. For every one of those props they get across, there's 5 points. Of course, they've got to get it the whole way across the river. Now, oh, put in. Yeah, he says, have I been seen? Yes, sir, you have been seen. Vicky Robinson in the middle of the Reds there, sorting out the Derby team. Their island is very crowded. Now, can they pull it across? Andrew Shelley organising things for Stone. They've had 1 minute. Now, Adam Schoolwem doing well over on the far side. Martin Chater there, Andrew Sadler, and Carl Wilcox. They've got the wheelbarrow across as well. The tip of the plank only. They try not to get it to touch. It's touched just once or twice. They're halfway through their time, and the yellows of Stone have suddenly started to look good. Now, if they could get good points here, they'll make up their gap. There's another touch for the yellows. Gone back. And another touch from yellows. They don't need to bring it all this far back, but it's a good test. Now, will they touch? I think they will. Oh, they touched it. But at least they've got their plank across. Now, that means that Adam Schoolwem, who looks slow at the moment, if they've got no penalty points, oh, pity. Slippy in the wet. Now, I wonder if they have the intelligence to lift up that end of the plank and slide it on one of the... Oh, no. They're going to try. Now, can they lift it? No. It's touching. They needed to hoist it up. They nearly got there. Now it's for the judges to sort out as time is up.
Well, what a challenge fording the river turned out to be. Stone appeared to be first, but I think they gave away a lot of penalty points. Let's ask our referee to sort it all out. Richard.
Right, yes, here are the scores. You're right, Stone did in fact get a lot of penalty points. They scored 140, minus 40 penalties. It was a score of 100. Derby came in second, but they also had penalty points. So from a score of 145, we knock off 10 to give them 135. And when, well, they finished just inside the 3 minutes too, so that was okay. They only had 5 penalty points, so from a score of 145, they end up winning this game with 140 points.
That's great. Just stand this side while I give the final points on the score.